Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, October 17th, 2018. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bodybuilding fans of all ages, welcome back to a beautiful fall edition of Recap Wednesday, where we're jumping right into today's show with the only ticket in town last weekend, the first annual Dominican Republic Pro. And in the 212 division, the Boston Mast must have managed to sneak a full-size can of whoop-ass past the TSA, because he delivered an old-fashioned ass-whooping to the rest of the lineup as he cruised to another victory. In the classic physique division, Stan McQuay's short-lived retirement paid off as he cleaned up here, collecting another W, and potentially riding off into the sunset for the second time this month. And in bikini, Texas-born smoke show Eva Sinez came out of there as the talk of the weekend after her monster performance in front of that packed house. Listen, I'm not an expert on what does or doesn't constitute animal cruelty these days, but carting Michael Lockett around in the desert on a horse has to at least piss off a few members of PETA. Last weekend we saw the two-time Olympian enjoying a little R&R all the way over there in Cairo, Egypt, where part of the fun apparently included a little Arabian Nights-style horseback action. Now personally, I love all the ancient Egyptian history stuff, so hopefully while he's over there he stumbles across some sort of lost, long training secret of the pharaohs, and he comes back in 2019 like hell on wheels. I'll be honest, for a while I thought the stuff that we saw from Ronnie Coleman back during his Mr. Olympia reign was something that was so completely far out of this world that I never thought I'd see it again in my lifetime. But after watching 23-year-old Larry Wheels smash 850 for reps on his deadlift 2 months out from the NPC Nationals, now all of a sudden my whole worldview seems slanted. Late last week we saw the man who might be pound for pound the strongest bodybuilder on the planet right now drop video from a few lifts that look like something straight out of the Ronnie Coleman files. What this kid is able to do at his age, or really at any age for that matter, seems like it defies all logic. So if Wheels ever ends up winning his pro card, I think we can immediately throw him right into the pantheon of all-time strongest men to ever throw down on an IFBB stage. The older you get, the more you start to realize how true the old saying, health is wealth, really is. And right now I bet you that our old buddy Mahmoud Al Durrah is in full agreement with me. Earlier this week, news broke from the Durrah camp that the 2018 Vancouver Pro 212 champ was hospitalized after waking up with what he described as tremendous pain in his upper back and difficulty moving. As of right now, we're still waiting to hear back from anyone in the Durrah camp about what might be the cause of the injury. But the early speculation was that it might all stem from a fracture that he's been dealing with in his lower back. As someone who's had my fair share of injuries and surgeries, I can attest to how scary it is laying there in a hospital bed not knowing what's going on. So for now, all we can do is ask that you wish our friend a speedy recovery. More details to follow as they become available. And finally, we want to end today's show wishing a very happy trails to our old friend, Paulo Almeida, who announced that he was retiring from bodybuilding last week. The former Canadian national champ amassed an impressive 10 top 10 finishes during his time in the Pro League, including an awesome 4th place finish at the 2017 Toronto Pro that'll probably end up going down as his all-time best. Pound for pound, Paulo packed as much muscle per square inch onto his frame as anyone in the business when he was at the peak of his powers. Personally, I think it's nice to see a guy ride off into the sunset to bigger and better things when he's still got some gas left in the tank. And hopefully the success he had on a bodybuilding stage will pale in comparison to what he's been waiting for on the other side. Good luck, my friend. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.